Hi, my name is Gil Mejia. I'm a creative at first, but I'm also the Director of Design and Development at BizIQ, Smart Local Marketing. Welcome to another episode of BizIQ and You, a series of videos that helps a small business owner understand the digital marketplace and how to market in the digital space. Today I'm going to be going over things you should be thinking about your site design. Remember, design is an objective element, so we want to make sure that we're reaching the right audience at the right time in the right space. Now when you think of creative, everybody thinks of creative being very subjective, the art on the wall. Sometimes we like it, sometimes we don't. But when you're thinking about design and good design, design is very objective. We want to make sure that we're reaching results, we're driving traffic, we're directing customers or where we want them to go, especially in a site design. You are dictating what you want them to see first, second, and third. The site obviously needs to be very functional. Without functionality, it doesn't work and it doesn't drive customers. But today we're really going to talk about the visual aspects and the appeal of your site design. There was a recent survey that came out and done by Adobe, and Adobe said that 79% of folks leave your website if it is not visually appealing. Number one, consistent interface. I like to use the word continuity. The site needs to look like it belongs to each other. So from page 1 to page 10, from home page to services pages, you need to make sure that they belong to each other. It's much like when you think about advertising or marketing and the ad campaigns that are out there, they all look like they belong to each other. One ad to the next ad to the next ad belongs to each other. Continuity. Make sure your site has that continuity as well. Number two, easy to follow navigation. Have you ever been on a website where you had to click, 15 times to get to the place you wanted to go? And when you got there, were you really excited to find out that information, or did you just want to get out of there? Make sure that your website does not have multiple clicks to get to the places that you want your customers to go to. 1 to 3 clicks maximum. Easy to view, easy to follow. That's number 3. Visual hierarchy, visual flow. Having the eye directed through your site, that's a really big component of having a solid website design. A lot of times you see sites that have a lot of copy and a lot of text on it. I call that gray matter. It's like the big gray box. Having a good visual hierarchy strategy to where there's a dominant element followed by all the elements of its importance to follow that keeps the eye moving, keeps the eye flowing to the direction you want your customers to see. Number 4, your site must be responsive. How many of you are on a cell phone right now? Or a smartphone? Or a dumb phone? You want to make sure that your site is responsive. From your desktop, to your tablet, to your iPhone, to your Android. You need to make sure that you can reach your customers on whatever platform that they want to see you on. Number 5, page load speeds. Have you ever gone to a site and you just sat there and waited after you clicked, 2, 3, 4 times, and watched that little rainbow circle spin and spin and spin? What did you do? You gave up and you left. You need to make sure that your sites load fast, not only for your desktop, but for sure on your mobile device. Number 6, opening up of new tabs. Don't you hate when you go to a site and you click on something and a new tab pops up? You've got to close that tab, go back to your site that you're on, you click on another thing, new tab pops up. Close that, click on another, new tab pops up. And it gets frustrating after a while. Try to refrain from using new tab pop-ups. Unless it's absolutely necessary where you need to drive attention to that new tab, try to refrain from it because it can be really frustrating for your consumers. Number 7, too many fonts. As a designer, I love fonts. Fonts all have an anatomy of their own. They all express their own emotion, they all express their own vision, and everything when you see a font, it can really drive an emotion to your viewer. That said, having too many fonts on your website can distract the viewer as well. Try to stick to 2. Remember, you can always use a different typeface of that font to really express any kind of importance of your site. Number 8, color. Much like fonts, a very important design element. But try to refrain from using the whole rainbow of colors. Unless you're selling rainbows, the whole rainbow of colors would be very important. But my guess is we're not selling too many rainbows these days. So try to stick to just a few colors. More importantly, try to stick to the colors within your brand. That will drive the importance of color. Number 9, make it real. Real people, real places. Use imagery of real people and real places. It'll add validity to your website. Consumers will be able to relate to those images a lot better than using stock photography. Stock photography is good, but if you can make it real, it makes it much more important. And now, number 10, Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Using music, sound, multiple pop-ups, animation, etc., 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 the kitchen sink, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Thank you all for watching another episode of BizIQ and You. Be sure to click that button in the bottom so you can subscribe and watch new videos on how to help your business grow. Thank you again for watching BizIQ and You, Smart Local Marketing.